Number two, they need education to get a job. So we now sit down. That's how we started 30 years ago. 29 years ago, we sat down for a whole weekend discussing what I'm telling you now. We call it reversing the triangle. And it was that led us to start skill acquisition. That's what led us to start welfare. That's what led us to start scholarship. That is still on now, 29 years later. So you don't just sit down and be praying, oh Lord, supernatural, supernatural. If somebody brings 1 billion now supernaturally, do you have the wisdom to manage it naturally? Hello? Now, so if you don't have those things, it won't help. Even in business, we have what we call the proof of concepts. You see, when you have cash flow and there is a proof of your cash flow, it can give you access and leverage with financial institutions because they can see how much comes in. So number one is what? You must have a clean and clear record of income and expenditure. Number two, never spend it all. Never spend it all. Never spend it all. Every money that comes into the ministry should never be spent. In your ministry, money is tripartite. I've shared that with you over and over again. Every time money comes, a portion of that money belongs to your future. It's called savings and investment. A portion of that money belongs to your present. It's called your obligation. A portion of that money belongs to your past. It's called debts and what you have already incurred. Because as a young pastor, I had to learn all these things by fire, by force. I will never forget 1998, February. I was standing on the altar about to raise offering for rent. Our rent expires in the month of March when we're still tenants then. And every year we'll be raising offering for rent, raising offering for rent. And I stood there, oh praise God, church. You know, our rent will be expiring next month. We need to make commitments so that we can pay the rent. So everybody, and as I was talking, I just felt a restriction in my spirit that something was wrong. And when I felt that, I just said, so as the Lord leads you, and then when I go, I said, God, was it? He said, come, son. Why are you asking people to pay for church rent? I said, but rent is due now. He said, but they have been giving you tithe and offering for 1 year. So what did you do with all the tithe and offering they have been giving you for 1 year? That you could not separate your rent. You are now still asking them to come and pay rent. When they want to pay their rent, do they come to you? I say, oh my God, I didn't see it that way. Oh, you know what you are? We are doing welfare. We are doing this. We have to pay. He said, no. That's not the way it works. So never spend it all. Let me show you some scriptures that changed our lives in the 90s. Many of you are just seeing. Well, Proverbs 21 verse 20. These are scriptures that God began to use to change my spirit and regenerate my software. Are you ready? Proverbs 21 20. Let me do, because of time, let me do New Living Translation.